All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to Agrarian Skies, where I'd like to get the crop food situation figured out. But first, there's some testing that needs to be done. I've made up a whole suite, basically exactly what we did last time, but for crops. I just need to see, will the harvester, I actually forgot dirt. And we have a good amount of dirt now. That's not how you spell that. We have 900 dirt. But let's see. I need to see if it'll break crops, because that's important, because the planter can only plant 9 different things. There's like 100 seeds in this stupid game. So I need to see, will it break them? Because if it doesn't break them, we essentially, and I'm just going to put that there. Is that literally the one input side? Of course it is. Yeah, if it doesn't break them, and you know what, this is fine, whatever. We can just plant everything manually, like essentially one of everything, and then just not use a planter, and that should work. But let me hit this, and we'll put some of these down, and hopefully it just kind of throws things out of the back. Ender Lily, I think. Oh, no, those grow on dirt. I thought it needed to be maybe end stone, but we're fine there. And then let's bone meal them. And that should be... Okay, wait, hang on. I'm harvesting it. Okay. Hang on. It doesn't break it. Wonderful. It's actually so huge. I don't know what we were going to do without that. Come on. Okay, well... It depends. Uh-oh. So what was that last one? That was the sweet potato. It did break the sweet potato. But not like the Brussels sprouts or the coffee. What about a carrot? It does break carrots. Interesting. And these are from the same mod, too. It just depends. Okay, can I bone meal? No. It just rejects bone meal on an ender lily. Makes sense. These take so long to grow, don't they? Over the course of a week. Okay. So I don't know how that's going to work, because it'll just take forever to grow. I guess we could leave it here, but... Huh. Okay, this is interesting. Because I essentially have no idea what to do now. I thought that was going to give us an answer. We could use several planters. That's an option. We could have one harvester in a giant field, much like the trees, and then just have many low-range planters that only plant, well, even just the default range of a 3x3. And then just have that planter plant 9 things. It'll get... And it's a bit weird with how we have to use the export buses and blah, 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 but that could be done. The next question is really, do we even need every crop? Do these matter? So let me look at the quest book and see what we got under probably Hell's Kitchen. Because it is like, I don't know why, it's probably like make toast and then make like a trillion toast. That's why there's 2 of everything. But we don't really, we need like 1 good food and then quest food. So I guess we should... I think we'll go with the low-range planter strat. Maybe not like a default one, a non-upgraded one, but maybe like a little bit upgraded, so that way we can have... We don't need like 100 planters. We could just have 20. I don't know. I don't know what the math works out to there, but It's interesting. That's interesting. I did not think that was going to be the answer. Now I don't know what to do. Let's get rid of these. And I guess we'll go build a platform. It'll be just an exact copy of the other one. Give me a bunch of dirt here. Bunch of wood, some torches. Probably need more torches. And yeah, let me head over here. We'll build it out and then see what's going on. And just like that, we have a farm. Now I've picked out, I forgot about water for a while, I think. But I also put glowstone over the water. That should just completely take care of the lightning. Lighting. I've picked out 9 seeds for us to start with. Now this will be a little weird, but basically vanilla crops, and then like the most important ones that tend to come up with the cooking mods, lettuce. You need lettuce for a whole bunch of stuff. Same with tomatoes. Yeah, like all the burgers, all the blah, blah, blah. Tomatoes, onions tend to come up. Soy is usually like a milk replacement. I think it is here. We'll also just have milk because we have animals, but that kind of thing. We might be able to make tofu or some kind of similar. Maybe not in this one. What was that? Red velvet cake. Never mind. Sorry, what is... Oh, maybe because like cheesecloth is leather. I was like, why does that make yogurt? And then ender lilies, which may or may not be able to be farmed like this. The sugar cane's going to be weird too. We'll see what happens. But I've made a range upgrade for you. That's the same one that we have over there. And then also where did it go? A tin upgrade. That should increase it by 3. So if we put it under this water, the radius will be 1, and then 2, 3, 4. Perfect, right? Because it adds to it. We'll see if it works as intended, but for now, let's come down here, place our planter. Oh, the rest of the water is just going down. I don't really know what to do about that. I mean, we could fix it, but we don't need to. And then we need to give this thing power. Obviously, we'll need to grab applied energistics. I mean, well, it depends. No, we will definitely for like the carrots and potatoes and stuff. It's a little weird, but I mean, let's go here and then let's get like ender lilies. Okay. It did plant it okay. I guess that's down here. We do have more ender lily seeds, so we should be able to just dump them all. Or maybe all but one in case this screws up. And I guess, can I actually... I can access it from right here. Let's do seeds in the middle, except I'm going to chop these out and make them sugarcane. This might not be the best idea. I guess we can just jump on it. Probably if I turn on hover mode. There we go. We might want to farm like pumpkins and melons and cactus and sugarcane with like block breakers. Something like that. Like how you would do it in vanilla, like with a piston. That might be the best outcome. I don't know how they work with the harvester or what. I guess we could put down like pumpkins over here or something, but it'll get all whack. I'll just do this for now. We'll try it. It's a little strange. And of course, that means now I can't access the planter. So let me maybe do this for right now. Let's see. Give me carrots in yellow, potatoes, soybeans, onion, lettuce. We'll get 2 lettuce, tomato. And then, oh, well, I guess we could get a 3rd thing. Or a 9th thing. I don't know why I said 3rd. It's looping back around to where the onion was. Yeah, there we go. I think that was it. We could get one more. I don't really know what to get. I looked at our list of seeds and wasn't really convinced of any of them. This, I think, is a cucumber, which is a problem because we don't have any cucumber seeds. But like I look through here, maybe I don't know what coffee really gets us. So I gotta look it up over here. Like, what would coffee get us? It would get us cups of coffee. Yeah. Like, why would I make this? Tea, probably the same thing. Celery, maybe there's something we can make. Cotton, you know what? I'll take cotton, actually. We shouldn't get string from the mob farm. I don't think anything drops it. There's no spiders in there. So that seems pretty good. And let me just double check that this is cotton like I expect. It's from Hunger Overhaul. I don't know which cotton it produces, but it should make string. And this might just be a renamed version of like Natura cotton because that's the same texture as Natura cotton. Anyways, let's put those down. Let's put those in. And yeah, now I'm going to wait a while. Actually, you know what? We can just bone meal all of these. Because I need to see which one doesn't break instantly when it's harvested by the harvester. Right, that doesn't work. Because we can only export 8 things with an interface or an export bus, and there's 9 slots. So hopefully one of these isn't broken by the harvester, and then we can just never export that. I guess technically, we'll have to feed it manually until the field is full, but that's no problem. It's probably going to take a while for the harvester to get over here. Oh no, this is soybean. That's the thing right here. Okay, so perfect. We I don't think we actually need cucumbers for anything. Sweet. Now I guess we just wait. Harvester is going. There is sludge. I guess I'll just pipe the sludge. Maybe just over. Like, can I just set this to export? Will it actually... Yep, it's in the pipe. Perfect. And then we'll just run this to the sludge boiler. For now, we'll deal with it with, like, applied energistics later. But I don't really feel like getting into the fluid stuff right now. And yeah, this harvester might also chop some leaves at some point if they like come over to this side or if there's a big tree right on the edge. It should be fine. It'll still just go to the same place. Okay, so whatever that was that lettuce? Lettuce didn't work. Cotton probably doesn't get broken. If I had to guess. It just hasn't been harvested yet, so we'll find out. Okay, wheat's gone. We do need to replace this last sugarcane here. That one's gone. Cotton. Okay, perfect. That is all I needed. Let's see. Give me sugarcane. Turn off hover mode so I actually stomp. There we go. And we'll set that up with an export bus. Let's see. Let's run the cables first. But an export bus of everything that wasn't cotton. And we'll just do the cotton manually. Now, what is everything? I'll see if I remember. We also probably need auto crafting. Well, it still just depends how these work. Like, if I harvest lettuce, do I get some lettuce seed and lettuce? Or just lettuce? Because it's breaking it, we should get seeds. So maybe we don't need auto crafting. I don't know. It's a little weird. Let me clear out some space here. The same with like wheat seeds. But let's see. Wheat, ender lily. No pumpkin here. Let's see. Carrots should just be fine because carrots are carrots. Same with potatoes, I think. Well, yeah. Let's just do here. We know lettuce. We know tomato. We don't actually have any more tomato seeds. That's fine. Okay. Do that for now, and then I need to remember what the rest is. Nice. Yep, chopped in half tree. Wonderful. We'd need an export bus in the first place, actually. Hang on. That would be important, and it does need to be a precision export bus. Precision export, there we go. Grab me a basic one. What is that, a cable? Perfect. I have all the cables in my inventory right now. But with our nice rubber farm now, it's really not a problem to make more cable. Which is really sweet. Okay. Potatoes, carrots, seeds. Consume stack off. I guess we need to do this. I worry about it filling up, but that's a problem for later, I think. Lettuce. Ender lily. And then we have 3 more. Onion, soybean, tomato. Okay, well, we got to grow the tomato wherever it went. This one? I don't have any. I don't have any dang bone meal, man. We really don't have a mod options button here. I was going to say, we don't have, like, Wayla, which is crazy. And I haven't noticed this whole time. But, you know, the little mod that shows you what you're looking at, I think, whatever it stands for. It's just not in this pack. Which I only really noticed just now, but that's potatoes. There's tomatoes, perfect. And then I forget what else we needed. Lettuce should be in there. Lettuce, tomato. We're not doing cotton. Soybean and onion. Perfect. And then these I should just be able to throw back in and they'll make their way over. Soybean and onion. Sweet. Okay, and now that that should be good. The rest of the farm is going to be real weird to figure out. Soybean, onion, put them in. And then, which one is missing from here? That's an item duct. That's not going to help. Because that's only 7 things. Which one haven't I put in here? Tomato. Got it. But just to make sure at least a stack gets in. And that'll mean it should be good for the rest of time. The rest of the slots can just fill up. Also need more tomato, right, because I just bone mealed it. And let me land right here where it's safe, thank you. Tomato, tomato, and go back down. Perfect. Yeah, the rest of these slots can genuinely be whatever. I'll just fill it with, like, seeds. And we should be good. Consume stack off, powered, applied energistics, okay. So now, this is probably... Oh, this is potatoes. When did we get so many potatoes? Or maybe this is, like, carrots as well? So they look the same? Yeah, okay. Ender lilies are here. They probably grow faster on endstone. That's probably what it is. What are those soybeans? They really don't look like anything. But let's just bone meal these. Try to get more seeds so that it'll actually fill up. Can't bone meal cotton, which is really strange. Like, I did initially, right? Huh, okay. Weird one. And that's all the bone meal I had. So we'll just put these away. We'll let it sit for a while and kind of replenish. But that's all I think I'm going to do for right now. We'll just leave it alone. And that should be okay. What is the other thing I wanted to do today? Let's get our flux tools, because honestly, I'm kind of dying over here. There's no flux hoe, huh? Whatever. Maybe the sickle acts like one, which I guess I could have tested, but... To get these flux ingots, let me actually count how many I need. Because I think I want the battle wrench, so that we can have a weapon and a wrench, which it should act like a hammer. I hope. The crescent hammer. In the same slot, so that my hotbar doesn't fill up. So let's do that. So that's going to be 5 ingots, 1 rod. But you know what? Let's just make a bunch of them. I don't really want to count. And we'll probably use it maybe at some point. So sure, 13. It's going to be like 26 diamonds is the thing. But how many diamonds do we have? We have 64. That's fine. Let's get 26 diamonds here. And then these get filled with how much redstone to make these flux crystals? 200. So it's twice as much. So that'll be, what, 52 redstone. Perfect. Stick them in. Melt them down. Fill them up. More conduits. Wonderful. Think I need any of these really right now. And let's see. Let's also take a look at fluxed electrum. Because we're going to need probably like 20 of those. It's used for other things, maybe. Yeah, other stuff. So extra's fine. But it's going to be filling an electrum blend, which is just electrum dust, with 200, which is again 2 redstone. Okay. Should be fine. Let me just pulverize 26. And we'll do the same thing. It'll be 52 redstone. Ta-da! Pulverize those guys. And that does take a while to fill up. That's horribly slow. So I'll be back in a bit. Okay, and we're also gonna need some pyrotheum for the actual ingot. So I'm cooking up some pulverized coal as we used to do, because it's still our best way of getting sulfur. But we have a little bit in here already, so that'll make some ingots. Flux electrum ingots, and then we can make these guys. Sweet. That also, why does it only take 40 RF a tick? It's crazy. Like, why does it take so long? Oh, it's really just this version, man. They have the machine upgrades in later ones, but they don't exist here. I've looked so many times because it's insane how there's no upgrades, and that this is just how the machines work, and that's why we need 400 furnaces downstairs. Okay, let's see. We have some of these. Let's make our, what are we making? Like the battle wrench? It looked like that. Sweet. And I do have our flux capacitor in here. I do need to actually hold it. Okay, that's fine. I see no problem with that. It won't charge the jetpack. It does charge the jetpack if you hold the capacitor, right? It's a wrench. If you hold the jetpack in your hand. But that seems insane. So we'll just charge it the good old-fashioned way forever, basically. But we'll get an Agrarian one soon. How much power does that thing hold? Like 5 times as much? Yeah. So it shouldn't be a problem then. And it should charge much faster too at the full speed. Okay. Let's eat up some of these. Hold this a little longer. And will it actually, I want to see if it wrenches the mine factory machines too. Does it act fully like how a crescent hammer does? Can I, yep, I can hit the flux duct. And then I can twist the mine factory machines. Okay, that's sick. So we don't need the crescent hammer anymore. And we have a weapon. So same amount of inventory slots. Probably doesn't act as a sword for, oh, it does, for breaking cobwebs. Sweet. I didn't expect that. Okay. Let's see. How many more we got? Perfect. We need a little more pyrotheum. There we go. We just needed the sulfur. Where is it? Thank you. Hello? What's happening? There we go. That was weird. And, sorry, what did I do with the rest of my dust? There we go. Okay. Pickaxe. Obvious. Easy. Know the recipe. Gotcha. And then we can also empower these, and we really should. Because power is not really going to be a problem. And then do I want anything else? Was that just it? We have the sickle already. There is nothing else. There's an Omni wrench, which are also shears. Don't think we need those. Because we have the farm and everything for shears, so what's the point? Let's see. We'll hit V. Empower them. They takes 4 times as much power. Now, I can't remember. Is this going to mine a 3x3? Whoa. Oh, maybe it's because it's charging. Hang on. Let's let it charge, and then that should stop. No, I think it's just faster. Unless I hold shift or something. Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of something else where it mines like a bigger area when it's empowered. Oh. Oh. Wait. What? Hang on. What shape are we mining here? Is it like 3 blocks vertically? Like, let me... Hang on. Okay, maybe we don't want them to be empowered. We do definitely, I think, want the wrench to be empowered. Does more damage. Everything else is probably fine. Let me see. Does the empowered axe, will it act like a lumber axe? We don't really care. I just want to see. Then right, it's let it charge for a second. If this tree even exists. No, it still did, well, it did 3 blocks up. Instead of 3 blocks, maybe it does 5 if we hit like the middle of a tree. That way it mines like the whole tree at once. Okay, kind of. Anyways, whatever. Yeah, let's not empower those. The wrench should be fine. Hopefully it doesn't. Let me just check real quick. It's not going to do anything crazy with like these. Yeah, I think it's just going to do more damage, which is the point. Well, let's see. Let's charge this up. I guess we could just charge them manually. It's probably faster. Just hit it like that. Let's charge up the capacitor some more. That takes a while. But there we go. New tools. And a farm. Is there anything else we really need to do today? I don't think so. We'll be back next time and maybe... I did want to make the fruit tree farm. That is a thing we could do. I don't think we need to do it right away. Animals, if we want to cook, we're going to need these guys. I'm going to kill all of the cows. We have 2 in safari nets. Hang on. What is my... There we go. So that I can properly crit them. We have 2 cows in safari nets. So I have no problem doing that. And then I really don't need all you guys here. I don't think we have any pigs in safari nets, so 2 is okay. And yeah, we'll try to get, I don't know, just more things, more of the same to spawn. I don't know. I don't know why I just did that, but maybe we'll figure out animals next time, or the fruit trees, or just cooking. We should, I think, really get somewhat of a kitchen situation figured out here, or ideally like auto crafting. I guess that'll be where my quest book lives now. It's a little weird inventory wise. I kind of like this. We don't really need the wand all the time. Or torches is whatever. I would like maybe a block on the bar. And then food goes in the last slot. Anyways, let's take a look at the quest book. Yeah, there's not really kitchen blocks, I think, in this version. We don't have cooking for blockheads. And Pam's Harvest Craft is really just the tools. So most of the cooking will be done through like auto crafting. But for now, we'll go through these and let the farm run for a bit. Speaking of, real quick, how's it looking now? Of course. Cotton is still the same because we're going to need to make more cotton seeds and put them in manually. But tomatoes, ender lilies, we'll see if those are grown soon. Let me keep track of how many ender pearls I have. Because I feel like that's the only way we're going to be able to tell if it's working. We have 13 now. I want to take them out. I'll stick them in my bag. We'll see if we have any in there later. And we'll see how long I AFK for. It might not be like a game week that I'm even AFK. So, yeah. Also like to see if this sugarcane gets harvested at all. It may not be able to do that. Huh. There's no good way for us to find out. Without just sitting here and watching it forever. Look at that, you almost cleared out all the trees. Nice. I'm just now realizing, okay, no, this I think is where the planter is, because that's the middle of the rubber trees. Anyways, I'll fix this up, I'll get poisoned, and thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for the next one.